What's up? Hey guys, it's Ivan. And in this video, I want to show you how to create your Facebook ad for a Teespring campaign. So yes, I do have a Facebook playlist where I show you how to make a campaign. But for this case, I wanted to make a specific Teespring ad because there are a few pointers and a few differences I did want to share with you when making your Teespring ad in particular. So in order to do that, you will need a Facebook page because we're going to be doing a page post engagement ad. I'll tell you all about it later, but you will need a Facebook page kind of similar to what I have here, my affiliate marketing essentials page. So create a page. If you're not sure how to do it, check out some videos or let me know in the comments below. I'll make a 1 to 2 minute video on that. But just make a page, follow the process. On your right hand side, there should be an option to say create page. If you're in your personal account, just go to your personal account on the right hand side, click on create page and make a community from there. Okay, so you'll need to make a page. You will also need to have your campaign set up on Teespring. So your shirt needs to be set up. I went ahead and I made a shirt like this on Teespring. This isn't one we did last time, but I just made this so that it's it's a bit more appealing. Um, but if you're unsure again how to make a t-shirt on Teespring, just look it up in my previous video. This is the one we did last time in the video. So I guide you through how to do that. Okay, so let's begin. So first thing we'll need to do is let's make a post on our Facebook page, okay? And the reason for that is because we will be running a page post engagement ad. So we're not going to run a conversion objective ad. We're not going to run a traffic objective ad. There are different options of which Facebook objective campaign you want to set, and Facebook does differentiate between people that are more likely to engage with your post, more likely to buy, or most likely to just click on your link. Okay, so we will be doing a page post engagement. The reason for that is several reasons. One is it allows you to actually test your design. If you get a ton of likes, a ton of shares, a ton of comments, there's some demand for your design, right? People like your design, then you can go ahead and you could split. You could branch out, and then you can do a conversion objective ad, you could do a traffic ad. But first start off with a page post engagement. Second of all, you get, if your design is good, you're going to get a ton of shares, which means you're also going to get a ton of free traffic. And on your posts, actually, on your posts, you're going to see at the bottom an orange line. And on the right of that line, it's going to be darker orange, and it will say what the paid traffic amount is. 60%, like 2,000 people were paid traffic. And then on the left of that, it's going to be in light yellow, and it's going to tell you how many of the people that saw this, people that were reached, were organic traffic. So I actually got some sales for my shirts from organic traffic, which means it didn't even show up on my Facebook ads manager as sales, but it did show up in my Teespring. Okay, so we'll get into that. So let's create our post first. So we'll go here, go on your page, click on write something, and let's add a picture. Okay, so I've created this design here. Don't worry if you're not sure how to make this. I will show you in my upcoming videos how to make a mock-up. I'll show you how to do it in Photoshop, and I will show you where to get some ideas and some ways you could get this done for you for free. Okay, so let's add that picture, and let's say because it's a design for, let's see which one this is. Say it's for cats, right? It doesn't matter. Let's say it's for cats. So are you a cool cat? So let's use this design. This shirt is perfect for you. So you can use this as a template. So say, get this shirt while it's on a limited time offer. I don't like to include the price. The reason for that is it will decrease the amount of shares on the comments, but mainly shares, because people don't want to share stuff that has a big price tag on it, right? It looks salesman-y. It looks like, hey, this isn't genuine, right? Get the shirt while it's on a limited time offer. Get it here, something like that. And then we will put our link here. So let's just go ahead and just grab our link right now. So our link is this. That's our main one. So we did say, well, in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to give them a 10% discount. So what I did is also I went and I added a 10% discount here. So in our previous video, right, where we first set up our campaign, we've added a $10 discount. In this case, what I've done is I've just added, 10 off. I've added that. I said discount and I said 10%. So I clicked 0, percentage. I clicked 1 and then it doesn't allow you to do that. So you have to go up. Okay, and so this is what I did, and I ended up with this. Okay, so now we need to follow this format, and let's put that into our Facebook ad here, promo ID. Okay, so we need to copy that and put that here. Okay, that is it, guys. This is your post. Okay, so we're not done yet. We need to actually make our ad. Okay, so let's publish. Don't click boost post. Okay, don't do that. We're gonna do it through an ad. We're gonna do it separately. So do not click boost post. We'll have more control over our ad. So this is what I did. I did this completely myself in Photoshop, right? It may not be great, may be great, whatever. Point is, this may work for you, okay? And this is something I've been seeing that works for others. So here's a cool Facebook group you can go to. It's called Awesome Tees Funny. And here, should have showed you at the beginning, right? When you scroll down, so here's a shirt, right? And as you can see, 11 shares, not as much for this one. So if you scroll down, you had me at, we'll make it look like an accident. This one had 116 shares, right? And this is a post engagement ad. So when you click on this, it'll actually tell you how many shirts were sold. So 344 sold. Look at that, right? And this person may have had a conversion / traffic ad run, but this is a post engagement ad, and I mean, this person probably paid to reach some other people, right? So yeah, so post engagements is one of the better ways to go. Here's this one, right? 514 shares. I mean, you can imagine there's probably going to be a lot of sales with that, right? 514 shares, that's a lot. Don't worry about likes too much. I wouldn't focus on likes. So if you do run this page post engagement campaign, likes don't really mean anything. It's too simple to just click that like button, okay? I would focus on comments and shares, okay? These are kind of the indicators that your campaign is doing well. So something like that, right? All of them are post engagements. All of them are post engagements. Now, the other thing about when we do this post engagement is, unlike an ad, it will stay there forever, okay? So this shirt, this is now on my, actually, let me, okay, I'll just leave it there for now. Because I actually posted on my page. That's fine. Anyway, so this will stay on your page forever until you delete it, unlike an ad where it doesn't even show on your page, okay? So anyway, now I've shown you some examples. We've created our page post, okay? So now let's actually create the ad for it. So I'm going to go into my Facebook Business Ads Manager account, and let's click on Create Campaign. So we'll need to name these three. And campaign objective, let's go into post engagement, this one right there. All these different things, trust me, there is a big difference. Traffic, conversions, post engagement, huge difference. Like, I ran campaigns, I split tested all these. For traffic, you'll literally get the most clicks to your site. For conversions, you'll literally get, most of the time, you'll get more conversions. For post engagement, oh man, you get so many post engagements. You get people commenting, liking, sharing, like it's crazy. People even comment, like they comment the craziest stuff just to comment, right? That's how good Facebook is at identifying these people. So this stuff is legit, right? Facebook is truly 100% good at optimizing. So when you say post engagement, expect post engagement, or your shirt just isn't good enough, or your targeting is bad, okay? So for the campaigning, let's say, you know, I like to say Teespring, and let's say we're doing, you know, a cool cat shirt. So let's say cool cat shirt, or just cool cat, doesn't matter. And let's say PPE, okay? So now we know that this is for Teespring, right? We've separated it out, or at least for me, right? It helps me out. It's called Cool Cat. That's the shirt we're doing, and this is a PPE. Reason is, later on, reason why we're doing this, later on we'll be split testing. If this PPE ad is doing well, we will also do conversion ads, and we will run traffic ads to test, right? And to branch out to, what's the word, to scale, okay? And at that point, we will replace this PPE with traffic or conversions, okay? But for now, again, to test the waters and to get some free traffic, we're going to click on PPE, and we're going to click on post engagement. For the ad sets, so the ad sets, again, if you've seen my Facebook playlist, the difference between campaigns is really just the objective, okay? The only difference between campaigns is the objective. It's PPE, traffic, or conversion, or all those other ones you see. The difference between ad sets is the demographics, so location, age, gender, and the audience, okay? Who your specific audience is. That is the difference between ad sets. So that is what we should put in here to differentiate and to see what the difference is between all those ad sets. So let's say, let's start off with our target audience. So we're going to be targeting, and I'll get into this later, but let's say we're targeting, Cool Cat Magazine. I have no idea if that even exists, but let's just assume it does. Again, I'll get into how to target and whatnot later on. For now, just stick with me here. Cool Cat Magazine. Let's say we'll be targeting male and female. Let's say we're targeting 18 plus, and let's say we're targeting only in US and Canada. Okay, so this is basically how I would write my ad sets because they will differ, right? Most likely, my ad sets within a campaign will differ only here. Okay, so really I'll be able to copy paste this across all the different ad set names. Okay, so just change that. Ad name, really this won't matter much. If we do end up split testing different ad images or different headlines, which we may not even do, I'll just still put in this. I'll put Cool Cat Magazine 1. For my second ad, I'll put Cool Cat Magazine 2, etc., etc. So that is it. Let's click on create. And we should have kind of the template set up. So now we'll need to actually fill in the blank. So we're not done yet. So here this kind of tests to make sure your campaign is done. Okay, so your campaign is there, but now we need to go into each individual ad set and actually correct it and change it. So let's go into ad sets and let's click on edit for the ad set. And now, okay, so daily budget. Okay, so I split test a ton of different audiences. I split test a ton of different demographics, stuff like that. So I would put in $5. The reason for that is I'm gonna have about 10, 20 different groups I'll be split testing against each other. I don't want to spend, if you're putting in 20 bucks, 20 times 20, $400 a day on testing. That is not good for me, at least. Okay. Even if you're a billionaire, I would still not spend 20 bucks per day on testing. $5 should be more than enough to test and to see how you're doing. So let's put in $5, $5 per day. I think that is the minimum. I would put in a scheduled start time. So for the scheduled start time, I would put in the next day. Reason for that is if you are putting in the next day, Facebook will optimize. Now, this is especially true for conversion. So not so much for PPE and traffic, but especially for conversion. So not too important here. But the reason for that is Facebook optimizes based on the data it gathers, right? So if you put the data, so if you say you want to spend $5 and let's imagine right now it's 9 p.m. Guess what? Facebook only has $3 to has 3 hours to spend your $5. So what's it gonna do? Right? That's what Facebook is gonna do. It's literally gonna say, shoot, I need that money. Let me just throw it everywhere. Okay. So the reason why we start early in the morning is so Facebook has a chance to optimize your campaigns and kind of make your campaigns as optimized as possible because it has an entire day. Now you're giving Facebook $5, but you're giving it, right, in this case, 8, 4, 12, 16 hours, right? You're giving it 16 hours to work to optimize, much more efficient, much better. At least for me, it's been working out well. Okay, so don't kind of if it's 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, don't say $5 and start now. Okay, I would also schedule an end time. Not only because you have a campaign, but also again because Facebook knows it has a few days, so it's going to work a bit faster. Okay, it's going to kind of put you as a priority, I guess, because you have an end date. Okay, so if our campaign runs 3 days, so let's say 3 days until 4 o'clock, it's usually at 11. The campaigns usually end at 11 p.m. So we'll just say 3 days. Imagine our campaign is 3 days. I think I put this one. I don't remember how long I put this one for. 21 days. Okay, yeah. So I put it for a long time, but let's imagine it's 3 days for illustration purposes. But obviously you would put in whatever you have here, right? So if this is 21 days, you would put in 21 days. But again, I wouldn't recommend putting in 21 days. That's just too long. Like you wanna make it exclusive, make it limited time edition. 21 days is just too much. I would probably go, if you're starting out, I would probably go in the 5 to 10 day range. Okay. Keep in mind, if your shirts do expire, you can always add them to your storefront. So check out my video in the link up above. I'll put a card. If you have a really good shirt design, you're thinking, oh shoot, it's gonna expire. First of all, you can actually change the relaunch sequence. So if you go to settings, there's an option to actually permanently relaunch your campaign. And the other thing you could do is just add it to your storefront. That way people can always go in your kind of store and they can always see the shirt available. Okay, so don't freak out too much if you're like, oh no, I don't want to put it on for 3 days because it's going to expire. That's a great design. Okay, it's always going to be there. You can always relaunch it. So now that we've done that, right, we've put in, I said schedule start June 3rd. Okay. Okay, so sorry, June 3rd. Let me give it one more date. Okay, so here's where we would target, right? So we said we want to target US and Canada. So let's say United States. We'll click enter. Age, let's say 18 to 65. Let Facebook optimize it. I usually actually don't play around with the age unless it's something like maybe lawyers. Like you're not going to get 18-year-old lawyers, right? So maybe this I would put in 24. But normally, especially again for conversions, I let Facebook do what it does best, right? Facebook will automatically sort out the age, and if 18-year-olds aren't buying it, they're not going to show it to 18-year-olds. Leave the language as is. For this case, we're going to say leave gender as is because cats maybe, you know. Now, obviously, we're going to do research for this beforehand. So we'll go into audience insights and we will try to see kind of what the mix is. But I think for cats is about 50-50, okay? But never go on based on what you think. Never do that. I'm just doing this for simplicity purposes. Always go back into your audience insights and check. So, you know, if I go into my audience insight right now, might as well, right? Not leave you hanging. Let's just say cats. And again, I will go into audience insights. Yeah, but mostly women, mostly women. So you know what? Maybe for our shirt, we want to, on the picture, we want to have a woman there, which is what we have here, right? We have a woman here, so that's good, right? Because our target then should be women, okay? So actually, let's just make it women. Now the age group varies, so I'm just gonna leave it 18 plus in this case. Even if it wasn't, even if it was like majority, you know, in this age range, I would probably still leave it 18 plus and let Facebook do its thing. Again, especially for conversions. Even though this is a PPE ad, I would probably just leave it at that. Okay, so that's women. So let's go into detailed targeting. Let's type in cats. Let's see what we get. Now, thing is, I do like to go for audiences between 100 and 300,000, okay? So let me just go back here and let me look for something. Love cats, so that one has 400,000. Must love cats, 4 million, too high. Now, reason why you want it in that range is because if it's too much, it's gonna be not relevant at all, right? Anyone can like a group named cats. Like I'm not a big fan of cats, but I can probably, when I see a funny post, I'll go ahead and I'll like the post. If it's too little, it's not scalable. So you want it to be scalable so that if it works out, you can increase it, make more money, right? So, I mean, let's say Crazy Cat Lady, okay? Let's say Crazy Cat Lady. It has an audience of 150,000 people that are women, right? And if you say men, it's probably 12,000, right? So that's fine. Edit placements, again, you know, Facebook wants to make money, so they're gonna recommend placements for you. But I'm just gonna go here and I'm just gonna remove everything except Facebook newsfeed. It's in articles, okay? So I'm just gonna do that. And I'm gonna leave all this as is. That is totally fine. Post engagement, impressions, daily reach. Yeah, no. I just leave it for post engagement because that's what you need it. You need your ads to be optimized by, right? Optimized for those people that are most likely to engage and to share, right? You need those shares, okay? Free traffic, guys. So that's about it, okay? So normally I'm going to stick with one audience at a time. Reason for that is so that when I scale again, I can see which group is performing well. If I put in a bunch of them, if I put in cat and then I put in all about cats and love cats and you know all this stuff, first of all, the audience is going to be too big. Well, that's okay, right? That's not too big. But normally it may be, okay? But the bigger problem is if this ad it will be successful, I'm not gonna know why it's successful, okay? I will not know. So that is why I like to stick to just one ad group at a time or one audience, one target at a time. So we'll just stick to that for now. Okay, so that's it. So now we're done with our ad set level. Last thing we need to do is actually create the ad, right? So we'll go here, we'll go into edit. This one's actually very simple. Select your group. So in our case, it's Affiliate Marketing Essentials, right? That's the site we're using. And then enter post ID. So you don't have to do that. So just click on, right? So select a post. So click right here and just select that post. And that is it. Everything's here, right? Everything's good to go. Make sure your pixel is set up. Again, if you're not sure how to do that, check out my previous video. I'll put the link up above in the card. You can check that video out if you're not sure, but that is it. Like that's our design. So we can click on review changes. We'll click on apply, and now let's see what our ad is going to look like. Okay, so it says pending review, which is fine. Let's click on edit and let's just see. I'm going to click on view Facebook post with comments. So this is what it's going to look like with the comments, right? So are you a cool cat? This shirt's perfect for you. Get this shirt, get it here. Okay, and when people click on it, right, they should get that 10% discount. So there you go. Okay, 10% off at your next purchase. That's perfect. The other way you can check it is actually on the newsfeed. So if you go here and you go to Facebook desktop newsfeed, here's what it's going to show you. Okay, so are you a cool cat? This shirt's perfect for you. Get the shirt while it's on a limited time offer. Okay, and that's what people will see as they scroll through their newsfeed. So notice the yellow, how it gets in your eyes. Notice the red border, how that's attractive, gets in your eyes, and then of course the image and the picture in the middle. So that is about it, guys. You have your ad now. It should be approved shortly. It really doesn't take that long for me. Still pending review, but like that's it. So just grab some popcorn and chill out until the next morning. Like obviously I would make more ads. So what I would do is I would come in here and I would just duplicate it, right? So say duplicate it 4 times depending on the number of groups you have. Keep the status of the campaigns the same. So let's click on create here, and all I would do is I would just change the different targeting. So what I would do here is now I would go into edit. I would go here, scroll down to the bottom, and let's say what else they have. So say, this one says all about cats. So let's click on that one and let's remove Crazy Cat Lady. Then what I would do is I would go here, I would highlight this. I would say all about cats, right? That's the name of the group, all about cats. And then I would just change it up here. So I would remove that copy word and yeah, that's fine. Okay. So that is ready. So now what I would do is, again, I would go back into here. You would find your ad by looking at it here, all about cats. Let's click on edit. And yeah, so it's using existing post already. So that's fine, right? Because we duplicated, right? We duplicated our ad sets. So it's still pending review. So after you do that, right, do that for all of them. So go into each one and change it based on the groups that you select. So, I mean, you can do something like this to start off with. Let's see what the next one is. Okay, so all about cats we had. Cats are perfect, right? 78,000. That's okay. It's a little bit less than 100,000, but it's okay. Test it out, see how it goes. Worst case scenario, you can't scale it all the way. You make a few $100 and you run with it. Okay, no problem, right? You can't scale it that far, but that's okay, right? You make a few $100. Crazy Cat Lady, cats are perfect. You're right. You do that. Say here, change this up as well. Cats are perfect. Right, and that is it. Maybe even go here and change the name here. So you can look at here, it says ad set name, it says all about cats, so change that. All about cats 1. This one is cats are perfect, right? Change this, cats are perfect 1. That's it. You guys are done, right? Click review changes. Obviously I didn't do the other two, but you get the idea. It's the same process. Go in and change all of them. Also, I forgot to mention a few pointers on your comments and your shares. One is, again, likes don't really matter. So if you're getting 100, 200, 300 likes and 0 comments, 0 shares, don't think like, oh my God, this is awesome, right? This is great. My shirt's going to sell. Maybe, right? I don't want to discourage you, but I do want to tell you at the same time, like in my experience and in the experience of the people that I've been working with and listening to in regards to Teespring, likes don't really matter at all. Okay, shares and comments is what matters. That requires more effort, requires more commitment. Focus on that. The other thing is try to respond to all the comments, or at least like all the comments. If someone asks you questions in the comments, definitely answer, right? Make it more engaging. Show people that you're there. What you can also do, what I've seen people do, is on the post ad, maybe write something like, now this may or may not be annoying, right? But maybe it writes something like get yours here, and then highlight that. Get yours here for 10% off. And that way, right? And now it's going to pop up. Yep. right there, right? So now that way, when everyone when someone comments or shares, they kind of see this in their face. Okay, now this may or may not be an option for you. Sometimes it may get too annoying, but something for you to do to kind of try out. It does get in the face of the people. Okay. The other thing is read the types of comments. Sometimes you'll get comments of people saying like random stuff, like I said. Other times it's comments relevant to your design. So you want to weed out the comments that are irrelevant, and you want to focus on the ones that are relevant in terms of gauging how successful your design you think will be. All right. One more thing. Sometimes you may get negative comments. You may get people saying, hey, this design sucks. This doesn't work for me. Don't get discouraged by that. You can sell shirts even if you get negative comments. The point is, if someone really hates your shirt, there's probably other people that are going to really love it. Now, I'm not saying this is true in all cases. Sometimes you get people that like you'll get everyone hating your shirt because it's just a horrible design or has a bad meaning or it's inappropriate or whatever, right? But if you believe you have a good design and you get likes, you get shares, you get some good comments, and then you get a few bad ones, don't get discouraged. Keep going. I have sold shirts that did get a few negative comments that are saying this is horrible, this is a bad idea, this is a bad design, and I still sold those shirts. So don't get discouraged. Again, from my experience, just keep going. If you get people that are that negative, there's probably going to be people that are that positive on the other side of the spectrum liking your shirt. So sorry, I should have mentioned that part before, but regardless, just a few pointers for you guys. So that's about it. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you. I do appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me down below. Let me know what you thought, whether you thought these tips and kind of suggestions were useful, or if you have any more questions, I'll be happy to answer and make a video on it if applicable. So that's about it, and I will see you guys in the next video where I will show you how to actually create these mock-ups and some really actually cool sites you can go to kind of have it done for you, have them done for you right there and then. All right, so take care, and I'll see you then.